Mavis is on the move, globe trying to get her man. What's good, y'all? Sugar Sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with a survival of the thickest video. Now, I did not cover this series in real time in season 1. However, I did watch it. Shout out to Melissa who had me watch it back then. But I think I'm going to talk about this series now because episode 1 from season 2 really got me, and I think I'm gonna go back and do just like a season 1 review just so you guys know what I thought exiting that season. But if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my survival of the thickest content. Now, when I say that this episode got me, it got me because I came in not necessarily expecting the worst, because the series was definitely decent. Season 1 was fine. It just, to me, had moments where it was a little hyper realistic. Mavis sometimes felt like a caricature of the character archetype that she's supposed to be. And while, yes, the series is definitely funny, I found myself drawn to like Marley and Khalil more than Mavis because some of the things that she was doing just felt so unrealistic. And one of those things happened to be like the whole Luca of it all. I didn't necessarily buy into that relationship. However, in this episode, y'all, I'm over here tearing up when she has to say her damn goodbyes because Luca cannot get past the fact that she actually accepted Jacques' proposal last season and was engaged, maybe for a day or two, but was engaged to him. And he's calling to check up on his girl, who he thinks will be his girl, only for her to like throw her phone, basically lie. And then now we're here. We're 48 hours past what went down in last season. So only 48 hours has passed between the two seasons, and Mavis decides to pop up on Luca in Rome because she wants to get her man back, and she has figured out that she loves him. Now, what I will say is I believe it in this episode. When she's saying that she loves him, I believe it. Now, I struggled again with the first season of like feeling like their feelings were like really moving at the pace in which they said that they were. I was like, how do y'all care so deeply? Like, I don't get it. Y'all are so different. Mavis is in this messed up circumstance. Like, she's trying to rebound. Like, I could totally get if she wouldn't trust any man moving forward because Jacques was quite literally diabolical as it pertains to a romantic partner. I just didn't trust it. But in this first episode, they kind of reset things, and I'm like, damn, I really can feel the heartbreak because I really buy into their love. And more so, I buy into they actually love each other, but I buy into Luca being like, I actually can't get past this because I loved you so much, because I was all in, because I was so open. It's almost like you can see him processing or trying to processing and maybe hitting a wall while processing, right? Processing the fact that he gave himself to this woman and he was 100% willing to like do whatever to make it work, whatever to be there, to just stay in her orbit and to give them a chance. And he's hit with her running back to her ex and getting engaged without even giving them an actual fair chance. And it's just like, I could totally see him not being able to get past that because he didn't even see it coming. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comment section if that makes sense to y'all. I did enjoy watching Mavis and her little mini hijinks. Like, again, the series itself is hilarious. However, I think that they did a really great job with this first episode with balancing the dramatic beats and the comedic beats, which is something that I think that they didn't do as well in season 1. Now, we don't get a ton of Khalil and Marley in episode 1. They're really just, the phone calls of support. She's talking to Khalil when she comes back and they having sex like crazy, and it's all good because they breaking shower heads and whatnot. But then she talks to Marley after the sister pops up, and the sister is basically telling him like, girl, you need to leave this hoe alone because she broke your heart 2 days ago and I don't like her. And you know what? When the sister walked in, I was like, who the hell is this lady? Who is this hoe? But then when they named her the sister, and then I was like, oh, he tells her I would kind of be moving the same way. I would be moving the exact same way with my siblings. I am not pulling no cut cards. You break my sibling's heart, I want to break your jaw. Yeah, that's just how that goes. So yeah, again, I really do. I just buy it. I buy so much of it. I can't wait to see and catch up, because we know Marley was going through like an awakening last season and like walking into, further exploration within her personal life and with her sexuality. Khalil is kind of reeling from his relationship and being like wanting to go into this committed thing with India, and then that not necessarily working out. And what is he going to do now, because he was the playboy and then all of a sudden he was catching feelings. And I really, really, really loved his story last season. Like, I think he was the most interesting to me, which was probably why I was like, dang, maybe this first season wasn't necessarily what it needed to be, because Mavis for me wasn't the center like she's supposed to be. But anyway, we're in season 2 now. Those two are providing great support, and they are the comforting arms to welcome her back to New York when she actually arrives back, because she has to cut her trips short. I am just watching the scene where Mavis and Luca are doing the karaoke and they're singing to Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. And the friend, Luca's friend, is like, oh my God, this song is so good, you almost forget it's about cheating. And I'm just watching the whole time like a deer in headlights, like y'all are just getting it, grooving, harmonizing to this particular song, knowing the circumstances that y'all was in. And then lo and behold, shortly it started to hit Luca, and he like, wait a minute. And then that's the thing that helps him, like, I guess, get to the point of really articulating what he was struggling with, because he had been struggling with it all along. Like, yes, they was having sex. Yes, he wanted to enjoy the dinner. Yes, he was, speaking to some of his loved ones and friends about, her popping up and how he felt about it, but then also still wanting to be in it with her because he does care, and trying to push himself forward. But I think it's in that moment where he's singing those lyrics and it's just like, oh yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. And honestly, I can't blame him. Bless Luca's little lovelorn heart. Mavis, you did a number on him. Nobody told you to take your ass back to that raggedy ass man, girl. It's gonna get you every single time. Now, going into episode 2, we got a heartbroken Maven that's going to be trying to figure it out. Last season, we watched her throw herself into celebrity styling with Natasha, but then also come out of it and want to do something a little bit more meaningful. So I'm guessing that as we go through the rest of the season, because I haven't watched a trailer for this season at all, y'all, and I haven't read any synopses or anything like that. I'm guessing that we're going to watch her throw herself back into her career and like really figure it all out, which I actually am excited to see. And then I also want to see what happens with her in love, because we are nowhere near out of the woods yet when it comes to romance in Mavis Beaumont. That is it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what y'all thought about episode 1. Survival of the Thickest is currently streaming on Netflix. The entire season 2 has dropped, so you guys can binge it, which I am kind of doing right now. Keep it locked, and again, turn on your bell notifications and subscribe if you haven't already, so you don't miss when I post the next Survival of the Thickest video, so we can keep this content going with these conversations. I'm jumping to the comment section right now because I really do want to know what y'all thought. See you in the next one.